I am proud to introduce to you the Single Shots.
The hottest band on the charts.
These guys are destined for great big things.
The only problem is, this is the real band.
Welcome to the Empire Leicester Square. We're here at the premiere of Vinyl and we'll be chatting to all the stars, the cast and the director of the film. Can you tell us a bit about your role in the film?
I play a guy called Johnny Jones, who's the lead singer with a band called the Weapons of Happiness, who, you know, were kind of quite big at one point and like drifted away and get themselves back together, make a record and try and flog it to the record industry, but they say we're too old. So we get a load of kids to mime it, and they do quite well. And in that way, we get ourselves back on the road to making records again.
What's the atmosphere like on set?
It was good fun, really, because it was all rock and roll. All of us do a lot of music, so it was good. Yeah.
Where did the inspiration first come from for the film?
Well, it was out of Mike Peters, because he was in a band called The Alarm, and that's the story in the film is kind of what happened to them. They put an album together which they felt was their best music, and what happened was nobody wanted it, so they got a load of kids to mime it, and it got airplay and made a bit of a fall out of the record industry, really.
Can you tell us a bit about your role in the film?
Yeah, I play a fairly embittered old rocker, you know, who's got a bit of unfinished business, really, and he's like, this opportunity presents itself, but he does something a little bit sneaky. I don't know if you haven't seen the film. Well, you're about to see it and you'll find out why.
What was the atmosphere like on set?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I wouldn't say Rhyl was my holiday destination, but if you come a little bit inland, you know, where we were staying, in fact where Mike stayed, it was beautiful. It was lovely. It was lovely to be there, and you enjoyed that, you know. I mean, to be honest with you, we were so busy. It was such a tight schedule that there was just no days off for hanky-panky and having a laugh. You just knackered and went to bed, you know.
How did you get involved with the project?
Well, I know Sara Sugarman, the director, and she just phoned me up and said, come on, do it. And, you know, I think it's always good to do low-budget films. We're actors, you might as well do something as opposed to nothing, so I said, yeah, let's do it.
How long were you actually on set for?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know, well, most of the time, really. And when I wasn't, I was playing golf. But
How did you first get involved with the project?
I was in Los Angeles on a list of people in Hollywood, of directors for an idea from Jim Cooper, who was the original writer, and it was his idea. And so I was put on a list. I went for the interview, and it turned out it was about a bloke called Mike Peters from a town called Rhyl, and they said, you know, do you know anything about this story? I went, well, not only do I know about this story, I went out with the bass player of the band, and I grew up with Mike, and he managed my band, so that's how it came. Once they knew that I was in, you know, they let me direct it, and because of my hair.
What was the atmosphere like on set?
Brilliant. And sometimes it was a bit hairy, like on the first day I shouted, because I'm used to, like, you know, making films, there's usually about 60, 70 people, and I went, excuse me, can I have one of these 60, 70 people? I turned around, there was no one. It was just me and the actors, because we didn't have enough money to have a whole crew on the first day. We had to bring people in. So I don't know. It was just a lot of fun, and I love that it was low budget. I also think it's great to do big budget films. I think it's great to do it all. You know, one for them, one for me.
Can you tell us a bit about your role in the film?
I played Drainpipe, who's a kid who's very arrogant and very brash and got a lot of attitude and loves rock and roll, really. And I play the lead singer of the fake band in the movie.
What was the atmosphere like on set?
It was so much fun because Sara created this kind of relaxed atmosphere where we have a lot of improvisation and we were able to give a lot of ideas during the process, and it felt quick, but it felt like we were getting some really really good work done, so it was nice.
How did you first get involved with the project?
I got a call from my agent just basically asking if I wanted to do this movie, and that had never happened to me before, so like I just said yes straight away because it was exciting, and then I read it and it turned out to be brilliant, so yeah.
Before you heard about the film, did you actually know about the story?
I didn't, no, it was completely new to me, and it was interesting to know that people could pull something off like that, you know, especially when the music industry is like it is today. You know, it's very hard for older bands to, you know, stay in the industry, so I thought it was really cool.
What's it like playing yourself in this film?
Yeah, kind of strange to do a walk-on part in a graveyard as myself. It was a little bit surreal, but it was sort of easy because Phil Daniels put you at ease straight away. There was no script to my part. It was just go on and be myself and be a musician and talk like the talk that I talk in the street or when I'm walking at a gig or bumping into any other musician. So I just did what I do.
Where did the idea come from to turn your story into a film?
Well, really, that was a scriptwriter called Jim Cooper in Los Angeles, and Jim was an Alarm fan, and he saw the original 45 RPM story break all over the world, and we went to appear on CBS News in America, and Jim saw that, and then we were further invited to appear on a chat show called The Late Late Craig Kilborn Show, and then Jim turned up with John H. Williams of Shrek and said, we really think there's a movie in this story of rock and roll subterfuge, and here it is, and you know, it's been quite a journey to get it this far. 9 years in the making, really, this story, but it's finally arrived, and it's a really great moment to be part of.
Single shots of the newest, snottiest and best kids on the block.
They are falling for it.
Free rock and roll, free rock and roll, free rock and roll.